Good evening, everyone. My name is Carol Clark, and I am pleased and privileged, actually, to make this presentation tonight. It's a delight. It's the last presentation of the evening, but certainly not the least. And that's because it's to an outstanding gentleman and teacher who was named the Educator of the Year by the Essex County Education Association. And his name is Mr. Clarence Osborne. I have known Mr. Osborne and his beautiful wife, Kathy, for a very long time. As a matter of fact, Kathy and I graduated from high school together. We taught together. We kind of grew as young teachers together. And I know the quality of the man. And so when I was at the Essex County Educators Association function, I guess it was last month, and I couldn't stay because I had to come to a Freeholders meeting. And I didn't realize when I got there that you were going to be honored. And so after I realized it, I said, I got to figure out some kind of a way to give him some kind of special recognition. And as I've said earlier, if this has to be the final time I get to recognize a former colleague, an educator, and me being a former educator, then none better than you, Mr. Osborne, to be able to do that to and for. I don't think that teachers get enough recognition. I think teachers get beat up on more than they should. I think that with these new standards that they have out, not standards, it's new evaluation guidelines, and they want to tie the teacher's evaluation and everything else to certain other benchmarks. I don't know that that's the way that we really want to go. And then all this business of taking the money out of the public schools, putting them into charter schools, I don't think that's necessarily the way that we need to go either. But I know that the gentleman that I'm going to bring up is an educator par excellence. Mr. Osborne, would you please join me at the podium? Mr. Osborne currently resides in Irvington, where he was born and raised and educated in East Orange. So we are pure Panthers together. And that's where he began teaching, and he's been teaching for the last 38 years. Let's hear it, 38 years. Mr. Osborne graduated from it was then called Newark State Teachers College, now Kane University, where he majored in industrial studies and then began his teaching career in 1976 at East Orange's Hart Middle School as an industrial arts teacher, where he's remained for his entire 38-year career and counting. In the earlier years, he taught his students drafting, silkscreen printing, and woodworking. But since the advent of computers, he has also taught them how to maneuver computer programs and computer design. I think they call it CAD, right? Okay. Mr. Osborne has also been very involved in teachers' unions at the local, county, and state and national levels, and has held leadership positions with all of them. He has been a fighter with NJEA and well known and well respected throughout the state and this nation. He's been involved with the East Orange Education Association for 34 years, where he served as vice president, executive board member, and a member of numerous committees. With the Essex County Education Association, he served as vice president, a member of the executive board, and chairman of the Pride in Public Education, out-of-state conference, minority involvement, bargaining, and building search committees. With the NJEA, he serves as a UniServe consultant, serves on the NJEA Convention Committee, was a minority leadership recruitment conference facilitator and presenter, is an apprentice program graduate, and a union school participant. And at the national level, he's attended more than 25 NEA, National Education Association, representative assemblies, and served as the county coordinator for several conventions. Aside from his professional activities, Mr. Osborne has been an active member of Calvary Baptist Church in East Orange, where the Reverend Dr. Joseph Oniami is pastor since childhood, and where he's been a trustee for over 20 years. He's been married to his wonderful wife, Kathy, for 32 years, and he has 2 sons and 2 grandchildren. Let's hear it. You know, they say every mom is a working woman. Well, every dad is a working man. Mr. Osborne, as a former educator myself, it gives me great, well, I don't have to read these remarks because it does give me great pleasure to give this recognition to you. You're from East Orange. We're from East Orange. East Orange is in your heart. The children of East Orange are in your heart. You've given to them. I know what you've given to them, and I know what you'll continue to give to them. I know what you've given to your colleagues because of the work that you do in NJEA, NEA, and the Essex County Educators Association. And so it's just a great deal of pleasure and pride that I present this to you as the Teacher of the Year, Educator of the Year for the Essex County Educators Association. Thank you.
Well, I was just shocked when Carol pulled me aside at the Essex County Education Association's legislative dinner. I thought she was there as a friend. And she pulled me aside and said, we've got to do something for you. We've got to get a resolution from the Freeholders. And I don't get recognized twice within a month's time by 2 major organizations. And it's such a good feeling. And, you know, I'm just speechless because I don't do it for the recognition. I do it because I love the children. They are a struggle sometimes. I come home and I tell Kathy about my middle school experiences, how the kids did this and the kids did that. But then just like the basketball teams, when the players call the coach back from college and say, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, it's such a good feeling when I have students that have gone through high school, on to college, and they come back, they become teachers, they tell me that they still have things that they built in my industrial arts classes 20 years ago, and their mothers won't let them throw it away, and it's such a good feeling. And to my wife, Kathy, who has stood by me all this time, I spend a lot of hours out of the house, nights, weekends, and she never complains. So, baby, thank you for that, because I really appreciate it. And I'm proud to be an educator because I think it's a noble profession. Mm-hmm. It's something that has lifelong values. It has lifelong effects on students' lives. So once again, thank you very much to the Freeholders for recognizing me with this honor.
Before we bring up your wife, I'm going to ask Freeholder Owens to just come forward for a moment, because when it comes to unions and labor and the like, this man knows a little something about being true to your brothers and sisters in the struggle. And so I just want to have him as a labor leader himself. I'll speak to you on behalf of your involvement with the NJEA and the Education Association. Freeholder O.
First, congratulations. Excuse me. I know what labor work is like. You try to satisfy your members, and it's not always an easy job. You have to protect them when they're right, and you have to protect them when they're wrong. But it's a tough job. Somebody has to do it. And when you find people like yourself to put your effort into it and to make it possible that people get good contracts and good work, it's really not an easy job. But just because of people like you, other people get to evaluate and to climb the ladder of success. And I honor and I respect you highly, and I wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you very much.
And we're asking his lovely wife, Kathy, to join us at the podium.